Oh boy, I'm gonna catch a bunch of flack for this one. Okay, so today we're gonna be reacting to a slightly different video. Let's go ahead and get into it.
So I know a lot of these passport bros, and especially black men, are in my comments asking me why I'm talking about this. It's not my fight. And before anything, I'm a woman, so I'm always going to stand up for women regardless of race. And one thing that really bothers me about this is these same passport bros are the men who probably tried to hit on me in the US before they realized that we don't like them either. I'm from a town that really doesn't have that many Asian women, especially Asian women who look like me. Like I said, you guys, I'm adopted. I grew up in a white family in the Midwest, so I have no beauty standards from South Korea. I'm a thick woman. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm 5'5", so honestly, the brothers like to holler, and they still do. Regardless of what some men in the comments are trying to say, that black men aren't checking for Asian women. Yeah, right. Check my DMs. But anyway, pretty much every time I met a black man, he thought it would be a flex to say something like, yeah, I like my women foreign. I like my women exotic. And I don't know why they decided to say that to me, if they thought it would make me feel good or something, but for me, it's always a red flag. And so I would dig in a little bit further and say, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I'm a white girl on the inside. My family is white. I grew up in a white community in a small town in the Midwest. So I might look exotic, but I'm Wonder Bread white on the inside. So anyway, whenever these guys would say this, I'd be like, well, you're about to be in for a big disappointment if you're expecting a submissive, docile Asian to take care of you. But it really bothered me when these guys would say, yeah, I don't like black women, because that's what it always came down to, that they didn't date black women regardless if they were black or not. And their moms are black, their sisters are black, their cousins are black. I'm like, would you say this to their face? That's weird. So I'd kind of pick and prod after I already decided, yeah, I'm done with this, I'm out, because anybody who says something like that just is an immediate red flag. But it always came down to the same stupid stereotypes that black men always have to say about women. They're loud, they're masculine, they don't know how to treat a man, they wear fake hair. So what? So what? You don't have to put down an entire race of women because you have a preference. And honestly, like, I've dated pretty much every race, every ethnicity. I'm Ms. Worldwide when it comes to dating. Only common denominator is black hair and dark eyes usually. But I've never heard any group of men put down their own women more than I've heard black men do it in pursuit of other women. And I just find it really disheartening. And I understand why this divide is getting bigger, but I don't want to be a part of it. So I hate it, and I had to speak on it.
On more than one occasion, I've heard Asian women or Middle Eastern women talk about the passport bros. The way these men will speak about black women when trying to court them, telling them that black women are too loud, that black women are too masculine, that black women are not feminine enough. Don't do that. Perhaps black women are perceived to be loud because they didn't have a voice in the past, a voice that black men are supposed to ensure that they have, that society is to ensure that they have. Oh, and maybe black women are perceived as masculine because black men weren't the source of strength that they needed in the past. And here's the thing that some of these black men who put black women down to other cultures of women won't say. Maybe the reason black women aren't feminine with you is because you didn't protect them. You see, that's the byproduct of men protecting women. Those women become feminine. Men protecting them. The men of their culture protecting them. Oh, and don't go blaming the government, putting women on welfare. Let's go ahead and take responsibility for that. Black men could stay in the home if they insisted on staying in the home. Let's take a look at the rapper Eve. Super masculine in the 90s when she was rapping, but as soon as she got with that French entrepreneur, look how feminine she is. Putting black women down in an attempt to flirt with women of other cultures is tacky. Because insulting someone as a form of flattery for another person only makes the person that you're trying to impress look at you with disgust on the inside while they smile and nod at you on the outside. What they're thinking to themselves is, if this person is willing to put down that other person, what are they saying about me behind my back? And what do they think about themselves? This is not all black men. These are the bottom feeders. There are plenty of quality black men. Just don't go looking for them in the club. These are not the men who walk up to you and go, hey girl, yeah, I want you to be my little China doll. These are not black men. I want to be very clear about that. Now, as far as being a passport bro, I do believe in travel. I have walked on the locks of the Panama Canal. I have dog sled in Alaska. I have sailed across Loch Ness. I've gotten lost in the streets of St. Petersburg. I do believe in dating people from other cultures. That is part of the experience of expanding your awareness and your scope of the world. But nowhere in that equation do you put down black women. We travel to see beautiful things and to have novel experiences, not just to hook up with women from poorer countries in the world because you have that leverage over them. That's weak. Oh, one more thing. Let's remember that this is not just black men. There are white men doing this as well. Red pillars, they call themselves. They just go to Ukraine and other parts of Eastern Europe. They talk about the modern woman, or in their words, Western women.
I haven't got an answer about being entitled and overweight.
You don't?
Well, no, I think being entitled is blaming your lack of relationship success on an entire nation.
And I've travelled a lot. I've been to 60 countries. You know, I went to Brazil. They're very nice. I went to Scandinavia. Denmark's got very beautiful women.
This is not just black men. Let's make that clear. So in conclusion, I believe in masculinity. I believe in strength. And I believe in lifting other people up. So whether you are a man or you are a woman, travel. But do it to enrich yourself, not to put other people down.